wherever you wanna be. So I
Hi everybody, I'm Nakaya and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do lifestyle content and I do makeup. So today we're going to be talking about how I stop my period. Yes. Okay. Um so if you're new here again, I just recently took a trip to Puerto Rico and it was the first for a lot of things for me. It was my first time being on a plane. It was my first time being out of the States. Like, I know Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. I know. Um, but you know what I mean? Like, that was my first time doing all of that. So I didn't want my period to get in the way of me having a good experience. I didn't want that at all. So, um, I actually have been researching different ways and different things to do. I typically like to take the holistic route. Oh my goodness, is that a gnat? I like to take the holistic route. Where did that even come from? Like, this is like my third time filming something and that my door's been closed. Anyway, um, I don't really like a lot of medicine, and that was the first time I had taken that type of contraceptive in nearly 10 years. Like, I'm 27 now. The last time I was on birth control, I was 19. I personally just don't like the effects of hormonal birth control and how it affects me. But for this particular thing, I knew that I didn't want to like have to deal with being on my period while obviously at the beach, but too, like, it was just too much going on for like all of that for me. Like that, like I said, that was a first for a lot of things, and I just didn't want to have to deal with that while I was trying to enjoy myself. Like, that was definitely going to get in the way of me enjoying myself. So what I did was, I had been looking up different things that I could do safely, um, to delay my period, and I had come across like a couple of things on TikTok or whatever, um, but it wasn't like this is for sure gonna stop the period. And before anybody say anything about me going to TikTok for information, there are people always online telling their experience, as well as medical professionals. Everybody got a platform, you know. Everybody got a platform, and people can talk about things they've experienced, things they know, and whatever else is in their day to day. You know, whatever it is that they do for work and stuff like that. I'm not really good at painting my nails, but I thought I'd give it a go today. But anyway, the stuff that I was seeing, like I said, it wasn't like a surefire, oh, this is gonna stop your period, you're not gonna have it. It was more so like, this could, it may. And then when you're taking advice from people who are not medical professionals, because I am not a medical professional, right. Um, I am in no way a medical professional. I'm just, again, sharing my experience online so that maybe someone who looks like me could um, figure out, what best suits them for something like this. Because I did find information about the topic, but I didn't see people that necessarily looked like me who had taken this medicine for this very reason. And it was just like, okay, well, I want to share my experience. Like, I want to document this so that other people could have more insight. Like, any woman could take away from this video and be more educated about doing something like this, or if this is something they even would like to do, if they feel like this is something that would be a benefit to them. Because again, you are taking the medicine because the benefits of taking the medicine outweigh the side effects of the medicine. And I also want to state that currently I don't have a what gynecologist currently where I stay. I feel like the healthcare system isn't as great as it could be. So I've been outsourcing different places within like an hour or so from me, somewhere like that. But I knew also, because I didn't have one at the time, that I needed to figure out a healthy and safe way for me to again delay my period, stop it for that week or whatever. So I did take. I'm gonna put the name of the pill, the birth control pill, in the description, because I keep forgetting the name of it. Like I keep forgetting what the name is, but I put all that down below. So what I did was I went to WISP and I did this questionnaire, and it basically wanted to assess your health with the either the nurse practitioners or the doctors that they have, and they follow up with you through each step. I think the pills were like $40, $35, something like that. And did I pay that much for it? Yeah, about $30, $45. And so you can either have the pills shipped to you, or you can just have them sent to a local pharmacy that has that medication. And they also provide a coupon for you in case like you have to come out of pocket like a great amount, or whatever you know, however that pharmacy works. And you get 30 pills for 10 days, or at least that's what I was given. 30 pills for 10 days. So you want to start 3 days before your period is supposed to come. So I started taking the pills on a Wednesday. My flight was Saturday. So no, my flight was Sunday. My period was supposed to come around Friday or Saturday, so I started taking them on Wednesday. So you're gonna take 3 pills each day. In my personal experience, I didn't notice anything different until maybe like Saturday. Um, yeah, I didn't really notice anything for real until like maybe Saturday, and by then, like I could see my mood swings getting worse. Like I was being really short with people. Um, and again, like I said, I hadn't been on any type of birth control for a very long time. So I remember kind of what it was like, uh, especially when I started a brand new pack. Like I would just instantly feel my mood change, like instantly. Like I knew soon as I take the first pill of that new pack, I know I'm gonna be tweaking. Like I ain't really like that. And I had been on birth control from like my junior year of high school all the way up until my first year of college. And after that, I um I never got back on it. I never got back on it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to concentrate because I'm not that good at this. But that was my first time taking something like that in a while. So I knew it was going to affect me, but for me, the effects of it didn't outweigh the benefit to me, because again, this is my first time like doing all these things. I didn't want to have to deal with my period being on as well. Like I already don't really um I have a lot of social anxiety, so I don't want to have to be constantly getting up and be being seen on the plane and in the airport, and I just didn't want to deal with all that because my period is on. Like I didn't want to have to. deal with that. And then I'm going to the beach. Who want to deal with their period being on while they at the beach? Like, that's not the move. That's not the vibe. So by Saturday, I started noticing my mood swings and stuff, and the people around me definitely noticed too. I went with my mom and my sister, and then I'm talking like I'm noticing like as I'm texting my boyfriend, I'm like you really getting on my nerves a little bit, and it's like he not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? These people are not doing anything to me. I'm just so irritable already. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be nice. I'm apologizing. Just being aware that this is making me a little bit different than people are used to experiencing me. So I want to say like I started to notice around the same time like I have to eat frequently when taking this medicine. Like I'm talking about all 3 meals, and I don't usually eat 3 meals in a day at all, anytime. I'm talking about I gotta get up, I gotta have breakfast, I gotta have lunch, I gotta have dinner, and I gotta have some snacks in between. I'm talking about as soon as I get up, my stomach is touching my back, and as y'all can see, I'm not that big, I'm not that big of a girl, but I was eating like that was new for me. I didn't remember that, but again, this is a different birth control than what I was taking then. And then upon my research, I saw that a lot of women take this if they have irregular periods or if they're trying to conceive, if they don't get a period at all. Like this is something that they take to like help them have one. So I was like, okay, that's great that this one pill can help so many different women do so many different things. I really did appreciate that much. So the trip was from Sunday until Wednesday. So when I got back, I didn't have any no bleeding or anything like that the entire time I was on my trip. I wiped a few times and it was pink, but other than that, like there was no blood. So once I got back Wednesday, I was like, I kind of want to stop taking them because I just wanted to just delay it for a few days. I didn't need a whole week, and I know it's even sometimes it could be prescribed for 17 days. There's nothing that I'm doing that I need to stop my period for like 17 days. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking into it. I had missed 2 doses, so I had forgotten to take 2 pills, or the timing was off. And if you miss a pill, you just take the next one. You just take the next one. Don't try to double take the pills or whatever. And so oh, still sticky. Clearly I don't know what I'm doing, but once I got back, it was like, okay, how much longer do I have to take? Because I honestly had forgotten that I started taking them on Wednesday. So by Saturday of the next week when we got back, it would have been 10 days. And that Friday, I had the worst migraine that I probably, like, I've only had very few migraines in my life. That may have been the third or fourth one. It was intense. Like it started early and it didn't go away until like almost the next day. So that was kind of like, ooh, okay. It was a bit intense for me. I'm not gonna lie. And there was if I didn't eat in enough time, or if I had like missed a certain window to eat, I would get dizzy and I would get nauseous. So those are 3 things that I did experience while taking it. So when Saturday came, it had been 10 days, and I'm like, okay, I want to see how long it's going to take for my period to actually come. I have a very regular period. It comes like clockwork every month. I never have an issue. And it's very light. It's only 3 days. Only a 3-day period. And when it did finally start, I think it really started like Tuesday. That following Tuesday. and I was spotting at first, and then once it finally started, it was like a lot of clotting. It almost felt like the whole lining was just like, it got to come out now. Like it all has to come out right now. The blood, it came, but more clotting the first 2 days than anything, and it would stop, and then it would start, and then it would start again, and it would stop again. It still was the same 3 days that my period usually is, but in addition to that, I spotted for like another 3 days after that, and that was different. That was new. It wasn't painful, but I don't have like I don't usually have really painful periods anyway, so I was hoping that this wasn't gonna change that, because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not interested in any pain, but it wasn't like really bad. I'm trying to make sure I go over everything with you guys. This is like my third or fourth time trying to record this damn video today, y'all. I've been trying to get it out to y'all for a hot little minute, but I'm here now. I'm back. I did do, again, like I said, I did do my own research and look to see how it affected other women. I didn't really find anybody that had the same circumstances as me. Like, my period is 3 days, it's very light, and as well as my cycle length is like every 23 to 25 days. Like, it doesn't go any further than that. And it hasn't since I have been taking birth control when I was much younger. Not much younger, just younger. But I did start taking it when I was like 17. I started taking birth control at 17. I stopped at 19. And I haven't been on that type of hormonal contraceptive since then. So I personally feel like the side effects that I did experience didn't outweigh what I was taking it for. Like, I was aware I was gonna have some symptoms, phone almost died. But I was aware that I wasn't I was gonna have some symptoms. Like, I knew that was a given. And then because I hadn't taken any birth control in a really long time, so I knew I was going to experience something. I knew it wasn't, just going to be nothing. I did watch some women on YouTube who said that one girl said her experience was fine. She didn't notice a lot of the things that I was describing. Like, if I was super tired or any of the other side effects, like I said, I'm going to put the name of the actual contraceptive down in the description so that you all know exactly the name of the pill that I'm talking about. But she didn't really notice any of the side effects that she was having because she was enjoying her time, and that's pretty much how I wanted to be. I watched another woman who was a little bit older. I can't remember the reason why she was taking it. I know the other girl, she was taking it for a vacation as well. But she said she took it and it messed her period up or something. But her period was already irregular, so I don't really know about that part. And I found a TikTok of some women basically saying that they were taking it, they had taken it, and it worked fine for them. They didn't have any issues. So I read the comments and stuff, and a lot of the women in the comments were pretty much saying the same thing, like, oh, I've taken this 2 or 3 times, I've taken this before, I haven't had any issues, I would do it again. The experience wasn't bad for me, and I can attest to that. Like, even with everything that I just told y'all I experienced, I still would do it again. Like, I still would do it again. Now, it's recommended that you only do this like twice a year at most. I don't see me doing this again unless, like, I have another really big vacation that I plan, like, you know, really far out, or if I'm getting married. Like, that's the only reason why I would take this again. Um, After my period was over, um, it was kind of like my skin has been going through some things, and I didn't really factor that part in because the hormones will be off. They'll be a little different, a little more of this, a little less of that, whatever. But my skin has really been going through it. Like, I also had an allergic reaction to a women's probiotic, and my face was swollen. I had a rash all over my. It was just really, 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 really bad. So that, in addition to the hormonal change that I was experiencing, like my period is due to come soon, and I got a little pimple right here, but this dark mark that I had, that's from the like my chin was fat, like it was huge, it was swollen. So I had all that going on, you know, while I'm dealing with this birth control. But again, I would totally do it again. I would 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 do it again. Um, I don't really have any negative things to say about it. I don't really have any cons because again, you gotta think the if you're a doctor also, because you can go get the prescription from your doctor. You don't have to go through WISP like I did. Um, you don't have to do that if you already have a healthcare provider and get their opinion. Obviously, you know your body best, and they've been working with you. You know, y'all collaborate on it and what you think you should do. Um, but for me, I would definitely do it again. Um, and my experience wasn't bad. Like even with some of the side effects that I said that I experienced, and me being mean to other people, like I still would do it again. I still would do it again. One thing, oh, another thing, um, it does make your libido very low. It does make your libido very low. So the next time you go through your like your next cycle, like your entire cycle, however many days that is, whether it's 28, 32, however many days it is, you're going to experience more intensity of your cycle. Like your period is going to be a little bit different. Your ovulation is going to be like you're going to still have some of the side effects, some things, you know, from taking this pill because it altered your period. So all in all, y'all, I would say I would do it again. I would recommend it to people, you know, very healthy people. Again, discuss this with your healthcare professionals. I am not a healthcare professional. I am not a healthcare professional. So discuss that to see if you are healthy enough for this medication and go from there. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, please leave them down below in the description box. No, not in the description box. Leave them down in the comments. I'm going to put the name of the pill in the description box. That way you all can know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. But thank you again so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for my next video, and I will see you all later.